Well, I guess I'm a real streamer now because I've been banned. Some of us were restored. I don't know how many though. I didn't have to refollow. Saw your channel in my followed channels list just a few minutes ago. Leon Starcrest, thank you so much for letting me know that. Thank you very much for telling me that. That gives me the hopium that it will get better. That maybe they can fix it. They gotta be able to fix that. Considering how often they ban people and then unban people on this platform.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? Somebody call my name? What is this? Twitch, you just went live. I didn't hit go live. She just said, hold on, roll that back a little bit.
Considering that they can follow channels, I didn't. Well, I guess I'm a real streamer.
Hold on, let me mute this for a second. Let me see the chat here. What is this? Oh, what is this? The bottom right, does this show up on... If I go full screen, it should show up there. Yeah, let me see. There's Leon Starcrest. And there's a message she just read. This is hella sus. There's somebody impersonating me out there. Now I'm gonna get banned for impersonating him, even though he's the one impersonating me. No, I'm just kidding around. I figured that I would start with a cringy ass joke like that just because, you know, it kind of fits the whole theme of what the hell we just heard. So this is a few days old now, but yeah. Zeppla got banned for impersonating herself. So I figured it would be appropriate to just be like, you know, show that part of her video here. You can see it, Zeppla got banned on Twitch, Zepp Live. She uploaded it on that channel. So if you want to know the details, you know, it's like a 20-minute video. I happened to be there for that live stream. That's why my message is there. I was just digging around about the whole imposter thing. Just figured it was an appropriate joke. Be like, wait, I didn't write that. I wasn't at that stream. I didn't hit go live. What's going on? There's somebody impersonating me at Twitch. But no, not yet anyway. I don't think that ever will happen. But even if so, that definitely is not happening right now. Just me being cringy as usual. Hold on, I'm trying to fix the window size on this thing. What if I stretch it this... If you stretch it this way, it also makes it... Oh, this is impossible. I guess this is as good as it's gonna get. That's because I'm using a new web browser, so I had to make a new source capture or whatever. So when I did that, you know, it starts at a certain size and I have to like try to shrink it down. I realized after I go live that I was like, oh shit, it's not the right size. But yeah, so yeah, I was there for that stream. It was a surreal moment, I gotta say. The night before, I literally fell asleep watching one of her VODs. And the next morning, I tried to, you know, to recontinue it on my phone. And all of a sudden, my phone was just like, you know, error or something. And I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. So I restarted the Twitch app. I was like, it's probably just being annoying. Restarted the Twitch app. I looked through my followed channels list, and her channel was not showing up. And I was like, too early to be paranoid. Something must be wrong with the Twitch app. Turned on my computer, you know, started this web browser, and then went, you know, to Twitch, and there she was. It said she was live playing Final Fantasy 14 in my followed channels list. So I was like, oh, okay, so it was probably just a glitch on my phone. Click on it. It's the starting soon screen. She had just gone live, like a few minutes ago. And the whole chat was freaking out, going, oh my god, like, why was I not followed, yada yada, and I was like, oh shit, something did happen. It's like, she did get banned. Like, part of me had thought, did she get banned before all that? But then, you know, it went away when I saw her on my followed channels list. I was like, oh, never mind, she didn't get banned. I go in there and I see people freaking out. I was like, no, she did get banned, I guess. It's like, oh my god. She was banned for like 30 minutes or something like that. For impersonating herself. Like I said, watch the video, it's pretty funny, but also traumatizing for her. It's kind of... And, you know, scares the shit out of me. I'm like, oh, okay, so one day I might just lose my entire channel just because somebody thinks I'm impersonating myself. Like this motherfucker right here. This Leon Starcrest fellow in her chat. I don't know who that is. That ain't me, though. That's for sure. But no. But yeah, so that happened. And then because a lot of people were saying they weren't following her anymore, like, they were unfollowed from her against their will, basically. Because it took a while for Twitch to, after they restored her account, to restore her followers as well. Her follower count gradually went back up to what it was. But when she started her stream, it was like less than 100,000, and she's supposed to be at like 247,000. So that was, you know, pretty devastating. And yeah, people were saying I'm not following. So I was like, I figured I should pipe in. So yeah, I was like, here. I was like, I was not. Well, I was obviously probably restored before I clicked on the stream, obviously, because I wasn't following her Twitter, so I didn't know that way. But a lot of people are showing up from Twitter. So yeah, I refollowed or I didn't have to refollow, so I just let her know. I was like, some of us were restored, and yeah, everyone's been restored at this point. She's back up to 247k. That's pretty fucked up though. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I let her know, and then I put the ads in to make sure she could see it, and then had my notice me senpai moment. So that takes let me get my list here. That's her off the list for notice me senpai moment. Next is let's see, Xenosis, Arthars, and Lucy Pyre. There we go. What? Oh, disregard that. What I was gonna say was shut up. No, what I was gonna say is that happened, this happened, and then I know I'm cringy. This happened, and then literally, close this video now. Literally the next day, or I think it was the same day that she got banned from impersonating herself. But the next day, I went to see another streamer I follow, Bok Basoup over here. I might as well shout him out. And he also he didn't get banned from impersonating himself, thank goodness. But well, this happened.
Wait. Bok G2, Bok Butt, Bok Lady, Bokgasm are all gone. Feels bad, man. But I think I can get Bok Butt back, hopefully, because the deletion email said animated butt emotes. I typed X. Look.
Yeah, see, this is the thing right here. I just typed that in the stream down there. That message has disappeared. I'm obviously subscribed to him. I was, showing my support, typing an emote there. But look at the emotes he just put in his own chat right there. It says Bakba Soup, and he wrote Orch Butt, Lime's Butt, Winked Butta, Enigma Butt. There's like everyone he knows and follows, and some of these people I've seen myself. They all have an emote just like that, but he has one where it was like a chicken's ass, but it was like made to look slightly humanoid. And he got, it looks kind of like the lime one, this one right here, like this one. That's what his emote looked like before Twitch got rid of it, along with like 5 other emotes for no reason. They just said, well, the official reason was it was suggestive or whatever. And like they got rid of another one, like he just said, one that was called Botgasm. And people started theorizing, oh, well, maybe it's because it has the word gasm in the name, right? It's like, and then he responded, I'm not going to keep playing the clip because it's a little sparse here and there and we got to move on. But like, yeah, there was, he's like, hello, there's a Twitch global emote. There's an official global emote for Twitch called Craygasm. Here, it's right here. Wait, shit, I forget. You have to get the capitalization right for it to show. There it is. This. And his Bokgasm was less suggestive looking than this one. This one looks like you can tell what the dude is getting off, alright? He's fucking, basically. And his was less suggestive than that, and it got removed also. And a bunch of other people have, like, equally suggestive emotes with the same name. They end with gasm, just like the butt ones you see there. But for some reason, he got targeted. And it makes no sense. So if you want to watch his, I think he doesn't have it on YouTube, so that's why I'm on his Twitch page right now. The VOD is called Twitch deleted my best emotes. Smile. Smile. Wait, is it like this? Yeah, smile. It's pretty fucked up. I was like, damn, 2 Twitch hells in one day. He had emotes removed that other people are allowed to have. It doesn't make any sense. And aside from that, because it was like a strike against his channel for even having had, suggestive or Monka TOS emotes in the first place, he ended up getting privileges removed. Like, he can't upload emotes that easily anymore. Like, if he uploads an emote, it has to go through like an approval process now before it actually goes live on his channel. And I think he didn't talk about this part, but from my experience, because I usually watch his VODs, I don't catch him live a lot because he's always switching his stream schedule. It's kind of like me sometimes, but still. I think something he didn't talk about that also happened is his VODs don't go live anymore. They don't auto-publish immediately after he finishes a stream anymore. Because when he was doing this stream, I came in on like the last half of it when he was in the middle of recording it still, he was still live. And I looked at his channel page and I couldn't see what had already been recorded up to that point to go see the beginning of the stream anymore. So I think that's something else that they revoked from him is like now his VODs have to like sit in a waiting period after he streams before they get published so that they can like check it for questionable or suspicious shit, which is obviously, you know, fucking bullshit. Hell, Martel. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Zeppla got banned from impersonating herself, and now Bak with Soup is he's lost some of his best emotes, some of which he's had since 2016. I'm not even kidding. I watched this entire stream. I caught up on it after it finally went live on his channel, and yeah, there's some of those emotes that he named right there. He's had them since 2016, in the earlier days of his career, because I think he started in like 2015. So some of his very first emotes gone forever because he suspects it was probably because he plays a lot of Dead by Daylight, so he suspects, and I believe this is a possibility. I think he believes he was mass reported by people using bots on like some organized Discord attack of mass reporting happened. Probably by somebody who was salty that lost to him on Dead by Daylight because I can't even say it right. Dead by Daylight. Because I haven't seen too many of those streams when he does that, because I'm not into PvP games, obviously. But like when I've caught them, or sometimes on the VODs and stuff, there are people who will recognize his gamer tag in the game, even though it's different from his streamer name, and they will come into the chat afterwards and be really salty motherfuckers that they lost to him. He mains Killer, and so I guess survivors are very salty because they come and bitch about losing. Because they think the point of the game is for the killer to allow the survivor to always win or something. I don't know. So yeah, they go into his chat and they talk shit. So obviously somebody who was watching and lost, or knew who he was and everything and lost to him probably, yeah, maybe they got their friends, bunch of no-life losers, and mass reported his emotes. So they had them removed. But the bigger issue is here is why is Twitch removing those emotes from him when everybody else has one equally suggestive, if not more, like we see here? Like, so it just comes down to what he himself said on his stream. Twitch can be incredibly fucking inconsistent, and it's not okay. It's just stupid. So yeah, a lot of Twitch Ls. 2 Twitch Ls in the same day almost, in less than 24 hours. Banning 2 different people. There was another streamer who got banned around the same time as Zeppla for impersonating themselves. 2 different people got banned for impersonating themselves, and then, yeah, this. It's pretty bad. But that's pretty much all the major news there is to share right now. So I'll probably just cut this into a small little video and then wrap it up here and just say, now I'm going to go ahead and finally do what I've been saying I was going to do, which is start playing through the Metal Gear series. Oh, right. Almost forgot. One last piece of news, but I can't show any video footage of it. Grand Theft Auto 6 got leaked. Or, well, footage of its development process has gotten leaked. I can't show the clips because I'm putting this on YouTube, and a lot of people have been putting the leaked footage from GTA 6 on YouTube, have been getting their entire accounts banned. And I'm not trying to do that after I just barely started my YouTube channel. So, well, you know what I mean. Like, I just restarted uploading to my YouTube and just started a Twitch channel. I'm not trying to get banned. So, I already saw them. And I wanted to say my thoughts really quick. It looks phenomenal. Obviously, it's an early build. But that's why it looks phenomenal, because the fact that it's an early build and it looks the way it does, you can look this up on your own time, but go look at it. The way it looks right now, knowing that it's an early build and it already has graphics that are, like, almost as good as GTA 5, I'm like, when this is finished, which is probably years from now from how early, how it looked, I can tell it's probably still years away. By the time it's finished, it's going to look amazing. It's going to look phenomenal. And, like, the physics and all these other systems that go into it already look pretty good, even in that early build. But I gotta segue a little bit and say, there's some fucking... Like, see, that was literally my first reaction when I saw the clips of the GTA 6 leaks. Apparently, and this is something else, even Bach Soup talked about this in a more recent stream. Apparently everybody else decided to react by showing how stupid they are. And talking about the fact that it's, what did they say? Oh yeah, they said, oh, they should just cancel it because it looks like trash. This is garbage. The graphics in GTA 5 are better. This is stupid. It's like, just can it. That's what basically they sound like. Fucking brain dead idiots. Hey, stupid fucks. It's an early build. That is what games look like in early development. You fucking idiots. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. How are you this stupid? Like, it's unbelievable. It never ceases to surprise me how stupid some people can be. It's like, obviously, that's not what the game is going to look like on... Like, these people think these leaks are like the same thing as the company officially announcing it or putting out a trailer of some kind. They really think that the leaked footage they saw is like what the game's going to look like. The game's going to come out like next year, and that's what it's going to look like. It's like, dude... No, that's an early build, obviously. Like, that could even be footage from a really old early build from a long time ago. Shut the fuck up. Like, that is not what the game's going to look like when it finally comes out. However, it does mean, if it looks like that right now, if that is recent development footage, unfortunately, that probably means the game's actual release is probably very, very far away still. Because, yeah, it's clearly in early stages. That's, it's pretty obvious it's very early stage development. But yeah, it's just, Jesus Christ, I can't believe how delusional and stupid some people are that they really thought, oh, this is GTA 6, this is what it's gonna look like, this is garbage. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. It's just, it's so infuriating to see how dumb people are. Now, on some more real shit, unfortunately, I'm excited. Like, I saw it, going back to the actual hype of the game. GTA 6 looks like it's going to be awesome. I already said that. And I am excited for it. But I am also a little skeptical because, unfortunately, it is one of those things where... Well, let me just put it bluntly. A lot of the OGs of the GTA franchise, the ones who literally brought this franchise to life a long time ago, back in, like, the 90s, basically. The ones who started it, the OG developers from Rockstar North, a lot of them aren't even at the company anymore. After the release of GTA 5 and GTA Online a month later, and the massive success both games had, and are still having today, in the 9 years that it's been or so since then, almost 9 years, no, yeah, it's been about 9 years now, because it released on September of 2013, a lot of them have left. Like, the main head writer, Sam Houser, he's gone. His co-writer, and the guy who did basically the funny radio commercials and TV commercials and the television content, the radio content in general, all that stuff, and even managed, like, the voice acting a little bit. Laszlo Jones, basically, he's also gone. He left the company. Leslie Benzies, same thing. He got fired in a very shady way. I remember reading that story. He was the first one to go. First it was Leslie Benzies, he was like the executive producer, basically the main guy who made like all the GTA games. Who was at like the head of them. Then yeah, Sam Houser and Dan Houser. I think it was actually Dan Houser, excuse me, because they're brothers, I believe. Dan Houser is the one who left, I think. Dan Houser, Laszlo, Leslie Benzies. And I haven't researched it too much. I haven't cared enough to do so. But as far as I know, they haven't really disclosed why they left the company. So I can only speculate, and that's from this point on, what I'm saying right now is speculation. Maybe once Rockstar started making mad money off those shark cards, the reason we never saw another GTA sequel for so long. With Grand Theft Auto Online, the shark card sales going through the roof constantly, and they're still fucking selling like hotcakes right now. I don't know where that expression comes from, but you know what I mean. Maybe they just like decided, you know what? We don't need these guys anymore. Maybe the higher ups at Take-Two or even Rockstar themselves were like it's picture Obadiah in the first Iron Man with Tony Stark going like, we don't need this guy anymore. The the golden goose has laid one last egg, but he's not necessary anymore. Whatever line he says before he tried to kill him and steal his work, basically, and take it for himself. In the very first Iron Man movie, it's basically like one of those situations. I feel is what happened. Is like the company is like, you know what? These guys gave us a gold mine, but we don't need them anymore. We're doing just fine now with all this stuff. We're not going to make any new GTA games or any new whatever. These guys are kind of just dead weight now. Let's get rid of them. Who knows? Maybe that's what happened. Maybe something like that happened. Maybe something else, some other kind of internal drama, or they just decided to finally move on to something else. But to put it in perspective for people who I think at this point in time in my little YouTube, Twitch career or whatever, most of the people watching me at this point in time are probably Final Fantasy fans after that 9-month-long marathon I did. It's almost as if, to make it easier to understand for you guys, imagine if Yoshi P, Nobuo Uematsu, Masayoshi Soken, Tetsuya Nomura, even though some people might actually be happy about him leaving, but imagine if all those guys, the people who started the Final Fantasy franchise, all the OGs who are still working on Final Fantasy games today and are still at Square Enix today, imagine if they all just left. Like, tell me you wouldn't be at least a little bit scared and skeptical that whoever takes over these projects that these other guys have been at the company since like the 80s and 90s. Yeah, with the exception of a few of them. I'm mostly talking about like the people who, started the Final Fantasy franchise. If they all left and stopped working on these games, would you still be 100% confident that the next sequel to come out was going to be as good as like what you grew up with, or like even the recent games? Even though plenty of people have had gripes with recent games. They're like, oh, I'm not a fan of FF15 or whatever. But in general, it's think about it that way. Like, imagine if Yoshi P just suddenly stepped down and left the company and left somebody else in charge of FF14 like overnight. A lot of people would probably be like, oh no, like, oh my god, I hope whoever takes over is going to be, oh god, I hope this doesn't mean the end of FF14. A lot of people would freak out. So to put it in perspective, that's low-key how I feel about the next GTA installment. I'm just thinking to myself, shit, the people who made the GTA franchise great, all the way up to GTA 5, are not there anymore. They're not working on this game. They're not the ones doing GTA 6. I can only hope whoever has taken over the project at this point, whether it's Rockstar North or a different developer within the Rockstar sort of company family or whatever, within Take-Two, I hope they can fill those are some massive shoes to fill, because those guys, they did a brilliant job with the GTA series, starting it and getting it as far as they did. And I'll talk more about this once I actually finish GTA 5, when I actually play through the GTA series, which I wasn't planning to announce this until until I got through the Metal Gear series, but I might as well just say it now. That was the next series or franchise I was planning to stream after Metal Gear, was the GTA series. Surprise, surprise, not so much anymore. I wasn't planning to announce it, but then this happened, the GTA 6 leak, and I was like, well, now's an appropriate time to say I was going to stream that, and I am going to stream that franchise, so there you go. Now you know. Anyway, I digress. So I'll get more into this when that happens. When I finish GTA 5, and I do a little GTA marathon, and I finish GTA 5, I'll talk more about this then. But in general, I just wanted to get that out there. I'm excited, but also guarded. So I'm guardedly hopeful for GTA 6. It looks promising just from the little alpha build that got leaked that I've been talking about and rambling about. But I'm not going to hold my breath that it's going to be the same quality, because at this point, with the shark card sales and the types of updates that GTA Online has been getting and the way it's structured nowadays, you can tell that they're really, at this point, again, this leads into my speculation to why these guys that I talked about, why they left the company. At this point, it could just turn into one massive cash grab. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they, from the little footage that was leaked that I saw, there is going to be a story mode. I don't want to get sidetracked too much, but I also saw that one of the two main characters, it looks like there's two main playable characters. One of them was a guy and one of them was a chick. A lot of people were asking for that. I think I briefly touched upon this not too many streams ago. That people were wanting to see a female protagonist. Well, there you go. Looks like there is going to be one. She had a few voice lines. The guy had more, and he was like talking to some other NPCs in one of the scenes too. Not all their voice lines were, not all their lines were voiced, but you could see text for when they weren't voiced. You could see text at the bottom of the screen of what they were saying during some of the action sequences and yada yada. But anyway, like I said, I'm getting a little sidetracked. I'm guardedly hopeful about the direction of the franchise at this point, and I'm really hoping it. What I was trying to say before I got sidetracked was, it looks like Rockstar just might end up and this is because Take-Two owns them, of course, might end up going for the cash grab angle really hard. I don't think I'm the only one who's afraid of this, that this is probably going to happen, but who knows? Who knows? It's all speculation. I just really hope that GTA 6 doesn't turn into one of those, like, games where even the single-player mode has microtransactions, because the shark cards did so well in GTA Online. What if the next game, GTA 6, when it comes out, is like, they rig it in some way so that they still try to get money out of you just for playing the single-player story mode or something? Or the single-player story mode could end up being really, really fucking scuffed and horrible in exchange for just focusing on the online, which is what they pretty much already did with GTA 5, unfortunately. Like I said, I'll talk more about this when we get to GTA 5 on my stream when I actually start playing it, but one of the DLCs that was they announced the DLC for the single player in the early days of GTA Online and it never came out. And instead, I think they adapted it to the Doomsday Heist DLC that came out. The Doomsday Heist expansion that came out many years later for GTA Online instead, I think was supposed to be... It's only speculation, I think that was supposed to be the single-player DLC we were promised that never happened. But they just kind of stopped talking about it, and they hoped people would forget about it. And some people did, and some people didn't. I didn't. And a lot of us think it was that one because that was the only expansion for GTA Online that came out that, to that point, was the only one that came with trophies and achievements. All the other expansions that came before that didn't. Even the Heist update, I think. Or maybe that one did, but that was it. So, maybe that doesn't mean anything, maybe it does, but yeah. Because that happened, that's why I'm skeptical. The fact that they completely abandoned the single-player DLC that they promised us, and just to focus on GTA Online, it goes to show where their minds went. They got fully oriented on just, this is what's making money, fuck the single-player, let's just focus on this is what's raking in the cash, and it still is to this day. So we're just doing this, and that is what, it's capitalism, of course. They're gonna go for the money. Of course they're gonna follow the money. It doesn't surprise me, but it does scare me that GTA 6 might not be the same quality as the GTA games that we've gotten before this because of that. Because it's just going to try to focus on getting money out of the players as much as possible, just like GTA Online does. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it so far. And yeah, I almost went right into Metal Gear and totally forgot to talk about that briefly because, I didn't have a video in my web browser reminding me of that. But that's because I can't show that footage. I don't want to fucking get my YouTube channel banned for showing clips of leaked footage from GTA 6. But pretty much everybody's talking about it right now. It was like number 5 of trending earlier, and it's news that came out like yesterday. So yeah, it's getting the clips are getting re-uploaded all over YouTube. Once it's out, it's out. You can't hide that shit anymore. It's just gonna keep circulating now. They can keep banning accounts all they want. People are just gonna keep making new ones and re-uploading them, but I'm not going to do that. Excuse me. So I'm not trying to get banned, but anyway, that's everything I wanted to talk about. So yeah, I got really rambly there, but it's because it comes from a place of passion. I really did enjoy the GTA series quite a bit too, growing up, and even though I wasn't supposed to be playing it growing up, obviously it's an adult-rated game, but a lot of people still played it as like kids and teenagers, and still are to this day. That hasn't changed, unfortunately. But I really like it, and it sucks that the OG developers of the GTA series are no longer with the project, and that's why I'm a little skeptical of GTA 6. I'm guardedly hopeful. I'm hoping it's good, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. If it's disappointing, if it's shallow, if it's just, whatever, I'll just kind of be like, well, yeah, it's because the people who were truly passionate about these games and this project are not at the company anymore. They're not even the ones developing it anymore. It's like the ones who really knew how this series ticked are not there anymore. So it's probably going to suck. Speaking from a future perspective. So that's why it sucks. If it sucks. But we don't know. So I'm going to stay guardedly hopeful, and we'll leave it at that. Alright, enough of this palaver. Let's get on with Metal Gear. So I'll go ahead and split this into 2 videos. That'll be my little news rambling video, which was only supposed to be like 10-15 minutes, but damn, did I go off on a tangent with GTA. So I'll stop it here. I'll do this for myself to know. This is where it ends. And now, let's get on with it. Alright.